that expression is to turn as red as a beet. If you don't know what a beet is, let's find a beet. Oh wait, I didn't want to do the expression. I wanted to show you a picture of a beet. Here's a beet. I don't know if you recognize that. These are beets. So to turn red as a beet is an expression that you use when somebody is embarrassed and they blush. Blushing is when your face turns red because you're embarrassed or ashamed. Let's take a look at somebody blushing. Oh, these are not very good pictures of people blushing. Well, you see the embarrassed emoji. That's blushing. Oh, this girl looks like she's blushing a little bit. Her face is turning red. Well, you get the idea. Blushing. That's what happens when you're ashamed or you're embarrassed. All right, so turning as red as a beet is what you say when somebody is blushing because they're embarrassed. I don't know why my face always looks red as a beet. Okay, let's see. So let's get to our example here. Here's a situation. Lisa is having a job interview, and the person interviewing her showed her that she had many mistakes on her CV or her resume. That's pretty much the same thing. CV, resume. So imagine you're going to a job interview and you give the interviewer your CV, your resume, and you have many mistakes. And the interviewer says, "Look at all these mistakes." And you say, "Oh, I'm so embarrassed." So let's say, because she was extremely embarrassed, she turned as red as a beet. She turned as red as a beet. Let's make a what happened question. What happened? What happened when? What happened when the interviewer? What happened when the interviewer pointed out? What happened when the interviewer pointed out the mistakes on her resume? And point out is a phrasal verb. It means to show someone something. You have a lot of things in one area, and then you point your finger at one thing and you say, "Hey, look at this." That's pointing something out. What happened when the interviewer pointed out the mistakes on her resume? And here's the answer. Lisa turned as red as a beet. She turned as red as a beet because she was embarrassed and ashamed. She turned as red as a beet when the interviewer pointed out the mistakes on her resume. Let's make a what Lisa should do question. What should she? What should she do? Now, let's change it into the past. So should do, that's asking about what do now or what do in the future. But we want to know what should do in the past. It's too late now. The situation is finished. What should she? What should she have done? 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 You'll hear all of those, unfortunately. What should she have done? It's pretty common, unfortunately. What should she have done? What should she have done? What should she have done? Here's the answer. She should have. She should have. She should have double-checked. She should have double-checked her resume. She should have double-checked her resume. She should have double-checked her resume. Double-checked her. Double-checked her. Double-checked her resume. She should have double-checked her resume before the interview. How can you put a little question at the end of that? Meaning, do you agree with my opinion? Do you agree with what I think about this situation? The original idea is she should have checked. It's affirmative. That means if you want to make that little "do you agree with me" question, it should be in the negative. She should have checked. Shouldn't she have? She should have checked. Shouldn't she have? She should have checked. Shouldn't she have? She should have double-checked before the interview. Shouldn't she have? I don't like shouldn't she. You can say it if you want. Shouldn't she, shouldn't she, but I think shouldn't she of is as far as you should go with that. She should have double-checked her resume. Shouldn't she have? Shouldn't she of? Okay, how do you agree with my idea? That's my opinion. She should have checked her resume. How do you agree? How do you tell me you're right? That's true. I agree with you. You repeat my original idea. She should have double-checked her resume before the interview. Shouldn't she have? Repeat the original idea. Yes, she should have. Yes, she should have double-checked. Yes, she should have. Yes, she should have. What if you disagree with me? How do you tell me I'm wrong? That's not true. You're wrong about that. She should have double-checked before the interview. Tell me you're wrong. If I say she should have double-checked, that's in the affirmative. If you want to tell me I'm wrong, say the opposite. Say the negative. No, she shouldn't have. No, she should have double-checked. Shouldn't she have? No, she shouldn't have. You're wrong. No, she shouldn't have. No, she shouldn't have. No, she shouldn't have. No, she shouldn't have double-checked. All right, I'm just waiting for the information to come up. I have these in notes, but it's going very slowly. Does this make it go faster? Okay. Let's see. Here's another example, using turn as read as a beat. John is a very shy person. John is a very shy person. But his teacher was very proud of the work that he did, and so in front of the entire class, he congratulated John on his wonderful work. This was so embarrassing for John because he's shy. What happened to John? Let's see. Where are we going with this? I forgot what I put here. Okay. So John was very embarrassed and his face turned very red. And we can say his face turned as red as a beet. His face turned as red as a beet. How will you make but let's go back to that situation where the teacher congratulated him, making him embarrassed, and he turned as red as a beet. And let's make a what John should do question. What should John do? What should John do? But let's make it in the past, because if you say what should John do, you're asking a question about what action now or what action in the future is good. But we want to know about in the past. What should he have done? What should he have done? Oh wow, this is hard. What should he have? What should he have? What should he have done? What should he have done? That's pretty common, unfortunately. So it goes from what should he have done, but when you're talking to people, a lot of times, most of the time, it will probably sound like, what should he have done? It's crazy. How are you supposed to understand that? What should he have done? But it's normal. Okay. The answer is, he should have thanked the teacher. He didn't thank the teacher. He turned as red as a beet. But he should have thanked the teacher. He should have thanked. He should have thanked the teacher. He shouldn't have turned as red as a beet. He should have thanked the teacher. He should have said thank you. Okay, that's my opinion. He should have said thank you. How will you ask, do you agree with me? Do you think that's a good idea? He should have said thank you. If the idea is in the affirmative, he should have said thank you. Then when you make the do you agree with me question at the end, you should make that negative. Shouldn't he? Shouldn't he have? Shouldn't he have? He should have said thank you. Shouldn't he have? He should have said thank you. Shouldn't he have? He should have said thank you. Shouldn't he have? How will you agree with that? If you wanted to agree with me and say, you're right, I think that's true, he should have said thank you. You repeat the original idea. He should have said thank you, shouldn't he have? Yes, he should have. You're right. You repeat the first part. You repeat the original idea. He should have said thank you, shouldn't he have? Yes, he should have. He should have. He should have. Now here's the same sentence. He should have said thank you. Shouldn't he have? What if you disagree with me? What if you want to tell me you're wrong? That's not true. I don't agree with you. He should have said thank you. Shouldn't he have? Because the original idea is he should have said thank you, if you want to disagree, if you want to tell me you're wrong, say the negative. Say the opposite. No, he shouldn't have. I disagree. He shouldn't have said thank you. He shouldn't have said thank you. He shouldn't have said thank you. No, he shouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have. No, he shouldn't have. He should have said thank you, shouldn't he have? No, he shouldn't have. All right, so he turned as red as a beet when the teacher congratulated him, but he should have said thank you, shouldn't he have? Yes, he should have. Yes, he should have. I agree with you. He should have said thank you. All right, let's move on to our next turn phrase.